Violated.
I'm standing in front. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure Asiago, like, always meant to go off and do something with his life, but, like, he ended up, like, just be like, it's kind of enjoyable drinking booze and fishing all day long for, like, 100 and something years, and just kind of forgot about, wanting to go do anything for a while.
Happens.
I mean, yeah, if you had 100 and something years to just fucking drink booze and fish all day, like, fuck yeah. Sounds amazing.
It does.
His backstory's a little different than that. He's kind of severely injured when you first meet him. That's why his hit points were so shit. I had to write that in.
He ate too much.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Back.
And while a still like adept fighter, because he could still like deal the damage and shit like that, he was not too long before you met him. He was essentially fucking exploded and thought dead.
Exploded. So you're recovering from an exploded state.
Exploded, yes. But that's fucking a long time ago now at this point. And it will regain his strength.
Years.
Kind of. Not as much as, a small goblin child amongst us. Not even close, but...
What about my son?
Hey, sometimes they're born a prodigy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just born a sack of meat and muscle.
He's not even that strong. He's just hard to kill.
He's just meat.
It's a sack of meat. Yeah.
Sack of meat.
He knows how to roll with the punches,
I can relate.
Yeah.
Roll in.
All right. So, let's see. I'm pulling up where we were. I'll open up some stuff.
The pepper was very fresh, but I kind of like it. What do you think, babe?
I think some of the broccoli tastes like tap water, but the rest of it's good.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I want to figure out how to better cook broccoli.
Well, so usually I cook it with a lot of stuff that I shouldn't be cooking it with. So
I get that.
How well cooked do you like your broccoli? Because broccoli does change flavor. The mushier you make it, it does release certain things and the flavor changes. So do you like it just blanched, or do you like it fully cooked where it's mushy?
I actually like both.
Fair enough. Because I don't know if you noticed, but there is an actual flavor difference between just blanched, where you just quickly dunk in like boiling water and then pull it out, or the thoroughly cooked, where you've actually heated it up all the way through and it's like the plant fibers are beginning to break down.
I think I just really don't like our tap water.
Yeah.
That could be. Get a filter.
Use the pitcher.
Or get a filter for underneath your sink.
I would do that if we owned the place.
I mean, filters aren't even that expensive. Like, for less than $100, you could probably buy a filter to install in a sink.
Well, how do you dispense it? Oh, you mean like the time you screw on the sink?
Yeah, I mean,
our tap doesn't. We have one of those weird hose taps.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, because there are some that you literally install underneath the sink where the pipes are coming in, and you install it in between where the pipes coming in and the up area above, and it's a bunch of filters that you only have to swap out every couple of years.
That's what I want. But yeah, we would have to drill into the tile to get the new tap to appear.
Okay, no, never mind. Never mind.
There are some that you can just swap out one of the kinks of the pipe for, a piece of the filter. I've seen them work. I was looking into them actually before I got my pitcher.
Your impression of the way Mike is, especially with Tyrese.
It's what we should do. Being able to get fresh water off a tap next to your sink is not only faster, but those filters are fucking strong.
We should also filter for it while we're on the subject of filters. We should get a new filter for our ice.
The reservoir. Or the ice in the fridge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like making sure you have an up-to-date filter for your ice machine on a refrigerator is super important.
Yeah.
There actually probably is one on the refrigerator. You might just want to look into it for that model and buy the replacement and get it replaced.
That's what I'm saying. Is like we need to figure out which one we need to buy. It's definitely telling us we need a new one. Yeah, sorry the dinner was mid, babe.
Okay.
I had a bit of a rush.
It's healthy and it gets the job done and it doesn't. It's not gross, so I'm fine with it.
It's hard when you're not adding things like butter or cheese or salt.
We're also using like pre-made like turkey meatballs.
They not like seasoned at all?
A little bit. It's not nothing like a homemade meatball with meat.
Get the meatballs from Costco. They're really good.
Meatball.
Oh yeah, gotta do it for. Just to see how we doing today. Hey.
And let's see here. Wait, what was the dice rolling for? Was it just
It's just to roll it. Just see how good we're rolling.
Oh, you're rolling today. Yeah. You never know. Oh, see, we just did a backflip. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so we are exploring further in then.
Yeah, I am. Pulling up the entries for it. So, room 5, I think, was where you guys had left off at.
That's alright.
Because that was the little temple area, and you guys had been investigating it to see what was there. I don't think there's anything that matters in that area. Yeah, it was the priest quarters. And that you can see the area where it's raised up. It's the center of on the wall there for room 3. There's actually an area where someone could be standing and like saying things, like as though their god was saying things.
So like a pulpit.
Yeah.
Room 3C or 5?
That was in 3. Looking over towards 5, you can see the stairs, the top
A?
of 5, going to the A area. That's where the yeah, that's where it is.
Gotcha.
Okay, and so underneath the floor, there's actually, it drops you down into a 10-foot wide carved out stone hallway. And it kind of not curves actually, it goes like 40 feet before it turns to your right. And then goes like 30 feet before it starts going down some stairs. And it descends downstairs to a... Oh, actually, no, never mind. I had misinterpreted the map. It's at the actual area towards this walkway is not even at the inside the temple. It's actually out in room 3, the way going out and around, and I will show you it. It ends down the hallway in a blocked off area because it looks like they had used stones to block it off. So if you look, you can see from C looking over towards where A is, where the platform is, where they pretend to be the god. Underneath it, there's a passageway, and that passageway goes over and then turns to the right, and then goes like 30 feet before it's a bunch of stairs going down that ends in a stone wall. They're marked as 6.
Interesting.
Because they constructed this wall, because it's clearly not as old as the area around it. It's much newer. It looks like, it also doesn't look like the same kind of construction. It looks like someone just went outside and got a bunch of rocks and piled them up.
You get what you pay for, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's hard to expect. Nobody wants to work anymore. No.
You guys can actually hear like movement, and you can see rats scurrying around, because the carved out area here is in much looser, compact area. There's actually soil, rather than the area you would come from back towards where the actual temple was much more like actual rock. In this area here, is you're coming down into more a soil section. So it looks like they piled up rocks to block this off. You guys could probably knock this down, but it will take a little bit of work. And there's definitely a bunch of rats like hanging out in holes in the wall, like looking at you as you guys approach. And there's a bunch of like holes in the wall all over the place. Dozens of them from the rats tunneling in the wall.
Talk with animal exist between you elves?
Huh?
No.
I didn't think so. That's too bad.
Like, I can talk
mean-
to them, but like, I didn't prepare them.
Eleanor will look at, like, gesture their head towards Brother Linus, like, I'm pretty sure that's, like, his sole thing now.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
dude,
his whole thing is anymore.
It's definitely talking to animals, at the very least.
If you want to talk to animals, I can totally do that for you.
See?
But like
Totally do it.
tomorrow, because I'm kind of tired.
Do we need to do it right now?
Need to talk to rats, but you probably know what's going on with that.
I mean, do we really need to? Like,
I mean, you could just start removing the stones and get through. Like, it's not like it's magically hardened. It's literally just a crude stone wall that looks like it was built recently, maybe by the guys you just killed up in the previous rooms.
My whole
dude.
shtick is they were living up there.
And they built
So
this
there's-
wall.
Clearly something down there they don't want to get to or have come get to them.
Uh-huh.
So, well, I was just hoping we get a little info first, but I don't want to wait till tomorrow. Let's go.
Did we? By the way, did we take care of everybody? Is everyone dead that we need to kill? Forget.
It's a weird question.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna need you to
like,
elaborate.
Have you killed your quota yet?
yeah,
Kill
dude.
all of the people we need to kill today.
We have numbers to meet, okay? You know, the boss ain't gonna let us off unless we take care of what we gotta take care of. No, we killed the shaman and the leader guy and his flunky and his kids. We captured one of the kids. We took care of all the groupies, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Is it worse
that's what I
to
want.
say kids, or is it worse to say like because like they weren't children, they were full adults.
Yeah, they were adults. Yeah.
They were the offspring.
His offspring probably works.
Eleanor feels like the distinction is important. You might not need to think that.
We killed the children.
Stop saying it like that. It gives me weird vibes.
Don't worry, they were British. It's okay.
But not the British children. We killed the children, but not the British children.
That's the wrong way. That's not what George Washington teaches.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. All right.
All right,
You know
so-
what?
Yeah.
American history.
You know what? If it's just gonna take some brute force, I have no problem stepping in.
Yeah.
And being.
Yeah, I mean, either you or Mana, like, and working together would take almost no time. You guys are both the strongest people in the group. You guys can easily get the wall knocked down.
Well,
We're dealing
Eleanor,
with-
shall we?
You know, we can definitely carry our own with this.
I guess heave ho.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tend to Baxter while you guys work on this. You'll
I mean, Baxter could probably just push his way through.
I know, but they're doing it.
Well, and we don't want the rocks to fall on Baxter or anything like that. It sounds like this is a bit of a tall tower. It's gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah, it takes like 30 minutes to make a hole big enough for Baxter to go through.
Baxter, you take it easy. We're gonna need you for some things, I feel.
Yeah, and then after that, it's like 10, 20 feet before it turns again to the right, and the hallway flattens out and continues on. Which means I want everyone here to make saving throws versus wands.
Oh no.
Of course.
Versus Juan.
Wands.
Who's Juan?
Yeah,
Juan with the one.
Why are you attacking her?
And +9. So we do 2
D20
what is it?
plus 9.
Exclamation.
1d20.
Exclamation R.
Yeah.
D20.
Plus your bonus.
Not very good.
You need a 16.
I didn't get that.
So anyone who fails to get the 16
That's me.
ends up tumbling as the floor collapses. Anyone who got better than that managed to jump either forward or back
No.
and not fall down in the hole that opens up in the floor.
I don't like falling down in holes.
Wait, I thought I had detect traps going. No, wait. Would it have taken longer than half an hour to move the rocks?
It took about half an hour to move the rocks.
Okay, then yeah, detect traps has gone away.
So anyone who failed to make it just takes 3 points of damage from the fall.
Son of a bitch!
It's not
I'm done.
terribly horrible.
I want to get out.
Dead.
Fuck this place, I'm out.
But
We're
it
leaving the
actually-
whole island.
What it reveals is
I
I
that
broke
you actually...
a nail! My hair will never recover from this! We need to go home. I need a shower. And a bubble bath. I fell on my butt. I hate everything about this. You don't understand. You didn't fall.
Elnor, I thought you were a little bit more badass than this.
Right? What happened to like
hurt.
cool suave Eleanor?
Here, grab the rope. And I mean, like, I could pass down the rope of climbing, make it a little bit easier.
How are we gonna get Baxter down
Fucking crawl.
there? Okay.
He is
But-
rather large.
But Andy, you're saying this revealed.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm making sure I know where you came out at.
Ooh, this thing stank.
That broccoli smell.
It's the blunt that she's smoking. Dude, that thing is freaking smoky. Holy shit, babe. Oh, no, I do not. I can't get too high because I'm fucking on call all the time right now. Until Mike can get back to work.
Is he still on his honeymoon?
Yeah, he's still recovering. You got fucking was it 5 pins? It's in the elbow. 5 screws, if you will.
What did he do?
He
Did
felt
he
like
fall?
a white person.
He fell off of his bicycle when he was riding, but like, imagine doing it in some of the worst possible ways. It sounds like he fell and hit a
Nerd.
curb like head on and fell wrong. He sprained
Oh.
both of his wrists and broke his arm, and they had to do surgery to fix it. And they put
Oh,
pins
Jesus
in
Christ.
his freak. Yeah, like he
sounds
wanted
like-
to play Counter-Strike 2 so bad yesterday that he tried to play a match. He finished it too, but he's like, it hurt too much. I can't play anymore. I was like, God damn, dude, why did you even do that much?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
He's getting x-rays the other day to see how it went. I told him, cross your fingers, and then I realized, and I said, I'll cross the fingers, don't worry.
He's been asking me weed questions like, what should I be using? Poor guy.
But in the meantime, I've kind of been the boss. I have
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I have no jurisdiction to boss anybody around.
I was gonna say, except for you have zero jurisdiction.
But
and
yeah, I have zero jurisdiction,
you
but I'm
can't get
responsible
people
still.
to do the work that they're supposed to do.
I could report it to another manager to then report it to them, but it was, I don't know. I don't like
Yep, sounds like
I
the
don't-
boss.
I don't like doing that. has to be vague. Like, can you check on like this whole area over here that's going on in our work and see? Like that's the best. I don't want to fucking call somebody out. That's shitty. But like, I also don't want to do their work. So
Yeah, you actually fell into water.
Oh. Is there 3 damage falling into water?
Yeah, from the rock rubble that fell down with you.
Ow!
she hit like a belly flop. Like whack.
Yeah.
I hate all of this.
So it's a 30-foot square chamber covered in stagnant water. The ceiling
Ew.
above reddish brown, likely from oxidizing rotting. There's a door centered on the northern wall that's opened, leading to a partially flooded chamber beyond, lined with what looks like metal bars.
Why do I feel like I'm in danger right now?
You're in 5 feet of water. Well, I mean, who
What?
else made their save? Did everyone else make their save?
I think everyone else
Yeah.
did.
That's hilarious.
I feel like I am in danger right now, and I would like to get out of the water.
I mean, you just heard something like
I
some
definitely want
splashing
nope,
across
nope,
the room,
Nope, nope,
and you
nope,
think something
nope,
bumped
nope.
into your leg.
Okay, where's the rope? Rope, please! Was there a rope? happening?
I said
Yeah,
I
we-
threw it down. I
Because I gotta toss down the rope.
Yeah, he just threw the whole rope at you, and he's like, "All right, use that to
Yeah,
climb up."
no.
And it's like you're looking at both ends in your hands.
I
we have,
am
like, a
holding
rubber-
on to the other side.
Oh, we
And
had a special rope.
yes, I have the rope of climbing.
We do have a rope of climbing.
So you grab it
Literally,
over
I
time.
said that's what I've
You
thrown
can
down.
easily climb up and out, no problem. As you leave, there's a few splashes across the room. As
Yeah,
she's
no.
climbing up out of the water.
Fuck all of that. Linus, go talk to it. I think you got. You're up.
No, yeah, no, he's super friendly. His name is George. He's
So the
he's
hallway
carnivorous.
actually
He
does.
really likes flavor bugs.
The hallway does above. You can actually walk along the edges. Baxter can probably jump it.
Cool.
And it does then turn, go 10 feet, turn again, and end in a door in the upper area.
All right. I'll
mean,
stay back
clearly
with the dragon. if
Gabe
you guys
just
wanna-
needs to open it. He's good at finding traps.
No, clearly that's Eleanor's job. So go for it.
No, but
I
she
think
sets them off.
Eleanor just jumped in the water.
I had my turn. It's your turn now.
I'm with the dragon, so my turn's done.
Deal with the dragon.
Right. Those were their Linus'
Do you want me to leave the dragon alone? I don't think you
No.
want me
I think the dragon can fend for himself. I think he's doing just fine on
I
his
want the
own.
dragon with us in case shit gets squirrely.
I mean, the dragon is gonna be with us. He can also fend for himself.
So who's opening the door?
Linus is. It's his turn.
I did not agree to this.
I didn't fall down the fucking hole either.
Well, it shouldn't be the
He's
skinny
like,
elf.
you're the strong one. I can't lift that door.
Which one of you can take a hit?
Oh, wait, never mind. I was looking a little less. Okay. I guess I will try to lift the door.
I mean, you can open the door. You don't need to lift it.
No, I want to lift it now just to prove a point. No.
Yeah,
okay. Then I open the door.
You open it, revealing a 30-foot square chamber with a 10-foot high smooth ceiling. A stone cube-like pedestal is near the north wall. An intricately carved stone box rests on that pedestal, with several religious-looking accoutrements lying discarded on the floor nearby. Centered on the east wall is another stone door. As folks enter the room, you can see that near the pedestal, what's on the ground are in fact several what looks like bone sticks that are decorated or notched in some manner. And then it looks like maybe 3 inlaid and bejeweled bowls. Some sort of flute that looks like it was made from bamboo. And maybe what at one point was a once very fancy looking feather fan that has now since fallen apart. And then-
Brother Linus, does any of this stuff make sense to you? Given that you used to be a cleric.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably all just religious iconography or paraphernalia, but yeah.
It's
But to, like,
probably
to
specific
whom?
to this religion. He doesn't actually know. There's a couple of gods that use different things like that, but none of them like all in combination like that. At least nothing he's encountered in his day-to-day life. And then on the pedestal is a small, intricately carved, unlocked stone box with 2 hinged doors.
Well, I opened the door. Surely one of you can open the box.
You open the drawer.
Yes.
Why don't we have the rogue open the box?
We don't have one.
We do have one.
Oh, we do?
We do?
Isn't Goblin a rogue?
He doesn't have the rogue class, he has goblin. Are you stereotyping all goblins as
Oh
rogues?
my god.
Yes.
Linus,
100%.
how could you?
I mean, I wish I was a rogue, but I'm just not that nimble.
And also, absolutely the fuck not. How about we grab Aelinor and have her, whatever it is, or Avon, whatever her name is.
Avino?
Thank you. Avino. Have Avino do it.
Avino has the least HP out of all of us. So why don't we do this? Let me check something.
It is not my fault that your mother failed to feed you properly. Why do you think Little S has a robust body type in the first place? Healthy diet.
When everyone
'Cause
looks
his-
over, he's literally chewing on some like jerky right now.
I keep him well
Right.
fed.
He'll meet each person's eye in turn while he's chewing.
He's my precious little baby.
Oh no, he doesn't chew fast. He chews slow.
Of course.
While he
But
holds
it makes
your
that
eye.
sound the entire time. It's really creepy.
No, he's actually pretty
Uh,
quiet. He knows how to be stealthy.
Yeah.
Little swashbuckler baby.
Okay. So we've got a bunch of paraphernalia, accoutrement, and a chest. Is the chest bolted to the floor at all, or is it
It's a
just a wooden
pedestal,
chest?
and on the pedestal is a stone chest. It's a stone box, and then there's hinges on the doors on the top of the stone box. So they open up. You can swivel them out. Do you want to open up either of the doors?
Stone chest. I mean, yeah. Do we have detect magic still?
We can. Let's see. How long? Good point.
Is it time to cast detect magic?
Might be.
Be to me your power.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if we even had it active right now, but yeah, no. I could otherwise just cast detect magic.
How long does it? It lasts like 2 hours, right? We had it active earlier. Hmm.
I'm not sure of that because I did it dispel magic earlier. I don't know if I ever actually did it detect magic. I don't
Yeah,
have that
he's done it in
recorded.
the past. I don't believe he did it today, though.
Yeah, in order to essentially aid our progress here. Yeah, I'll use detect magic.
All right. Yeah. You think there's a faint glow of magic coming from inside the box. You don't actually think the box itself is magical.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
there's
it's
some.
unlikely that it's a mimic.
Yeah, it's a mimic with a magic tongue.
I mean, it'd be a small mimic. We're talking about a box. It's like 18
They come in
inches
all
by
shapes and sizes,
6
Andy.
inches.
They come in all shapes and sizes.
I don't believe
That's
you.
what
I
makes them
think
so
I think
scary.
they're dropped off by rocks, fully grown. Like there's no baby mimics.
Is that how it works?
Is there like a
I
bag
didn't
that's
say they were a
mimic?
baby. I just said that they were all shapes and sizes.
Oh come on! Don't you want a little cute baby mimic? Like it pretends to be things like books,
Again, I think that a
Or
small
stuffed
size.
animals. So you give it to your kid.
I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, I'd probably take the stuffed animal first.
Oh man.
My son's too cool for stuffed animals now. That's not true.
Just give it to Gabe. Gabe needs companionship. Because
More
you know
stuff in.
it's an AI computer, so it needs more things to convince itself it's human.
Yep. That's how it works.
Right, here's your baby mimic.
Someone should probably get Gabe's body out of his room though at some point.
He's so cute.
Eh.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Well, we're sorry, Sid. I guess it's falling to you.
But I have a dragon.
It's alright. I left a couple of traps on the doorway. I mean, it's fine. It took care of
So
itself.
who's opening up the box?
Not me.
See,
I've opened up 2 dangerous things already. Somebody else can
wouldn't-
open another dangerous one.
I wouldn't have had a problem opening it, but the fact that you don't want to do it, now I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness.
You know what?
I am not a dexterous character with shit HP. I'm not even considering this shit. Are you
So
kidding?
it's,
Right.
I
it's
guess
kind
that's
of like
fair.
this, except not wood, but stone. It doesn't have the rivets
Hold
on
on.
it, but you can see the 2 opening where it'll open up in the center from either side.
God, this fucking.
I
car.
asked Little as if he wants to open up the box. What does he say?
Oh yeah, he hops off and goes over and opens it up. He uses the dagger to pop it open, but he does pop it open. And then he looks inside and starts rummaging through it.
He gets first dibs of anything that he finds.
No.
He pulls out. It's a very unusual statuette that looks like it's a coral statuette, but like the pieces of coral are held together by it looks like gold that was melted in place. It looks kind of like an amphibious humanoid with a smooth head,
I don't like
large eyes,
that. Really
and
don't like that.
tentacled sphincter-like mouth. The
Yeah.
torso's almost human-like, with 2 arms that end in webbed, clawed hands. But from the waist down, the body divides into 3 long tentacles ending in fluke-like fins, each
Oh, this
tipped
fucking
with a
shit
large
again.
single claw. You mean you guys recognize that kind of image? You'd seen it in that giant image out on the,
So you sent
hillside.
it to us. You did
Yeah.
say you sent it to us as well.
Yeah. But Little S now needs to make a saving throw versus spells.
My baby.
You knew that was gonna happen.
You knew that was gonna happen, and that's why you decided. So it's saving throw versus what spells?
Versus spells. So I don't know what his spells is.
Oh my! It is low.
Yeah, it's not that great.
My poor baby. I take it back. Take me instead. I swear to God, Linus. If you kill Roz
did
and
nothing
Little
here.
S.
I did nothing. This is why I had trepidation about opening that box.
I don't think.
Yeah, so Little S hardly ever talks, but like he's just holding it. You hear him say in like Elvish, "My precious."
Okay. Who's got to cast whatever you made to make Linus normal on Little S, please?
No, wait, hold on. This could be really funny. I heard about this character before. Great movie.
Don't
Yeah.
I'm dying over here. Hold on.
I'm while still detecting magic, I'm seeing it's clearly coming from this thing, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Isn't
and
it?
it's now not, and the magic is now spread into Little S.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean,
And you realize now that it's no longer behind metal. Sorry, no longer behind some stone. You've actually seen this magic before. You saw it on Gabe.
okay.
Oh,
Shaper Linus had the same magical problem.
okay. Oh my god, that hurt.
Yeah.
I've got another dispel magic. Do you?
I've got one. I use it. I go,
Okay.
but I pick up my baby and I cast a spell magic.
He was getting ready to like put the thing away and then go and do stuff, and instead like he's now looking confused and he's wondering why he's holding this thing.
I'm gonna give him whatever is the biggest piece of food that I have, the biggest piece of jerky I have in my pack right now, and I go, I'm so sorry, my precious baby. I'm never gonna let you do that ever again.
Now, You guys may want to keep this thing, but you may also want to like wrap it in something because
The magic will return.
it looks like it's an item generating the effect, and magic items, while you can suppress them with the spell magic, do not usually get destroyed by the spell magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's keep it because it could be useful in determining secrets and other such things.
It's the kind of thing that's probably worth a couple thousand gold back on the mainland. It's a really nice looking religious iconography of a hidden cult religion with magic bound into it. Somebody would pay money for it.
If anything,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we should keep it as a relic. I don't know if we would trust this in the hands of random people. Like,
I mean,
I know it's
What's
worth
the
money,
worst
but
that
also,
can happen?
I know it's
So,
worth a
what
lot
we
of money,
do-
but also, like, who
Here-
would
here's
want to
what we
buy
do.
it?
We go find the nearest kingdom. We gift this to their lord as a gift to their fealty, and then we watch the whole kingdom devolve into a tentacle monster cult. It'd be
would
fun.
be a good plan B if the current noble rule near our farm starts fucking around. I do like that as a good plan B. I like it when you're petty, Linus. It's a good look. Okay.
But if we sell it, make money, then they turn into these things that we have to kill. We then get the bounty, take care of them, and get paid again.
I don't feel like money is really an object for us right
And then
now.
we
We're
can
kind
get
of
it
just doing
again
this
and
for the
sell it
lulz, right?
again, and then this could work for conquering places. But
Money is absolutely an object for us. We don't own an armada yet.
So,
the world.
at this point,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
leaves the door leading out of this room.
Am I opening this too?
I mean, you're on a roll. I'd say
mean-
stick with it.
Literally,
li-
I'm not.
Little S will actually go and open it.
Nope. Nope.
He's a little
Nope.
out of it from his mom having to help him like that, so he wants to help out. So he actually goes
Fine,
and
what
opens
am I
the door.
rolling? What is little S rolling?
Nothing. He opens the door just
Oh,
fine.
just opens it? Okay.
Yeah.
I go and I grab him and I'm like, baby, no!
It's a hallway. It goes out 10 feet before it turns to the left. And then looking down it ends in rubble. Like, not the stone wall that blocked the previous passageway, but like, honest to goodness, it looks like the whole cave ahead of you has collapsed. This means that the only way that you know to go further forward would be through the trap door floor. The hole in the ground.
I don't want to go in the hole! It was a scary hole and there was something in it.
Did we move the rocks at all?
What?
You said the hallway collapsed, right?
You start moving rocks. About an hour later, you realize you've gone about like 10 feet, and there's still more rubble. Looking at it, it looks like the sides of the wall like caved in because there was an earthquake that pushed from the side, and so there's not even like an opening above that's easy to get to get it. It looks like the walls literally got pushed in and crumbled.
Okay.
So you could sit here and do this, but it might be a while before you get through. So you could, but it's not like, oh yeah, in an hour we're gonna get through. It's like, no, you think this might be days or longer to tunnel through with just the.
Oh, I could prep stone shape if we need to. But
I will say you
I mean-
already know another way through. It's literally through the hole in the ground.
yeah, why don't we
A
just go
rope.
take some of these rocks? We can throw some meat in the middle, and then just drop rocks when we see it splashing.
I guess we do still
Um,
have the bodies of what
That does sound kind of fun.
what group of people did we just murder the fuck out of?
That was the headhunters, the natives who had been.
The native headhunters, beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll just start chucking some of those bodies in there.
Sure, yeah, there's some
I-
splashes and stuff, but weirdly, there's not like a feeding frenzy or anything. The bodies are just there.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to eat them either.
Ah,
Yeah.
I mean, Baxter.
So they just kind of float there.
you're pretty sure, having seen it, like, if there is things living in the water, they're probably just like cave fish or like cave crawdads or the various like insects that can live in underwater like cavern lakes.
I'll give it a shot. I mean, maybe they don't take well to
Asiago.
eating goblins here, but no, I'm not jumping in. Not yet, anyway.
No,
Just
but,
little
but,
less?
but
I
for
got-
fishing.
I have
But
some.
for fishing.
I have some freshly caught fish as well. I'll throw that out as bait as well. Let's see.
Yeah, after like
let's-
10
I-
minutes,
no, I-
he manages to catch an albino fish, but like 6 inches long. That's what was running into your legs, with these 6-inch long albino no-eyed fish that like live
Oh,
living
you
fish.
were scared of little fishes. Oh, just can't stand things that
I
are
mean,
different.
admittedly, she things were running into her in the water, and that is real freaky when you're in the dark.
Oh
And
God, yeah.
5 feet of
No, it's
water.
fucking
Christ.
terrifying. I've been through that.
I
Still gonna
mean,
make fun of her.
I hate to say it, but I mean, well, shit.
I know you're used to things rubbing against your leg all of the time, given that you used to be a cleric, but I'm not.
Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa! Oh shit!
So
Some
the
fighting words.
room that you're down into is the room right there on that next level
You
down.
started
And
it.
you can literally equate it to the level set, the trap area above. That's literally lines perfectly up. So it's a 30-foot across room. The water's like 5 feet deep at its deepest inside the room. Sometimes it's shallower when things have fallen down below, but you can see there's that door on the northern side of the room.
All right. I mean, set a rope and.
Yeah, like
I mean,
Baxter can just jump on down.
Okay.
Yeah.
He can actually, you can see how it's the edges of the walls actually touch where the lip of the trap is. So Baxter can climb up and down. Anyone who's actually reasonable at climbing can climb up and down it, no problem. Like rogues don't even have to make checks. Everybody else would have to make like some dexterity checks to climb. And if you have a rope, you don't have to make it. But like if you leave a rope hanging, other people can get up and down. But like Baxter can just climb up the side of the wall. Because
Cool.
it's limestone cuts here, so it's easy.
I'm not able to like ride him while he does this. There's probably not enough room.
I mean, you could hang on to him. It would look funny, but you could hang on to him while he's doing that.
I can't see why not. It would be like walking on it or riding on an elephant as it walks through a river. Like, you might have to hang on extra tight.
That sounds fun though.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to like exert the energy.
So yeah, you guys are in this water-filled chamber. It's very deep water. Little Less is enjoying the fact that he's up high.
My precious baby.
Yeah, he's actually now sitting on the top of your backpack because the bottom of the backpack's now wet.
That makes
So
sense.
He's out of the water completely.
I would do the same thing.
Because you're fairly tall, so he's able to basically be at your shoulder level and not really be wet, other than like the tips of his feet, and that's it.
I suppose he is getting bigger. Maybe he should ride on my shoulders more often.
Master Blaster.
It might be time for us to go to the next steps. It seems like only yesterday he was just a little baby goblin in my backpack. They grow up so fast.
I mean, he is still a little baby goblin in your backpack, but you know.
He's now a goblin adolescent in her backpack.
He's had his first traumatizing experience with a magic item. If trauma grows you, okay? It ages the shit out of you. He's now older than Aelinor, I bet. Avon, whatever the fuck her name is. Avino.
Avino.
I mean, at this point, he's like what, like 5.5, 6 years old, which is the
Dude,
equivalent.
practically retired.
Which is teenager about to become a teenager equivalent for humans.
Yeah, so like a 14-year-old.
Because goblins are fully mature by like 8 years old. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like they're basically full adult. They're as big as they're gonna get, and like they're full adults by 8. But much like humans, like their bodies can do things before that. So like they're basically teenagers when they're like 6. So he's like 5.5. He's real close to being a full-on teenager.
Couple more years until he'll be retired.
And he's gonna get all rebellious in like 6 months. You know, he'll have his phase
Oh no.
where he's like, "No, I'm gonna be a farmer and farm things."
We already had our terrible twos and we survived that. If we can survive the terrible twos, we can survive anything, okay? It's when he starts wanting to mate that things are gonna get really fucking weird.
It starts.
Finding the goblin lady and
But a female goblin is gonna look like that fucking monstrosity from Gremlins 2, and I'm gonna be like, she's not good enough for my son! I regret that thing.
Wow.
And it was like, we used to be a normal party. Now we just go around killing female goblins.
It never ends. There are always more.
Never ends. It's like, are you guys goblin slayers? Well,
Not by
sort
choice.
of. Sort of. We kill half of all goblins.
The pastime. And I won't kill them until they break my son's heart. And then I will fucking ruin them.
Which is instantly.
Which is instantly.
They'll never be good enough for him, so they're breaking his heart all the time.
By default.
All right, so there's a door leading out of the room that's open. And you guys can see some bars behind it. It's actually a hallway with a bunch of barred chambers along the side of it. So the hallway continues on and ends in a T connector where you can go right or left in this waterlogged hallway. It's very wet. I don't know if I've mentioned that before.
I've already gotten wet once in this adventure. I figure I'm probably gonna get wet at least a second time at this rate.
Yeah, so you guys can get out because the door is open, so you have to open it. It's the hallway. You can see the cells. You can see the hallway going left to right. To your right, it actually ends in a door. To your left, it turns to the right and goes straight back the way you were going again.
All right.
So, which way do you guys want to check? Right or left?
Probably check that door.
Yeah, you open it, and it opens up into a vast room. Filled with, of course, water. And looking out across it, yeah, you think there's some stairs in front of the door going down, so this chamber, might be way deeper.
That's how they get in here normally? Like, what the fuck?
It's
Because they said they come down here regularly with, like, the temple priests and shamans and shit. How are they doing this?
they know how to open up the trapdoor and then come down and come back up. But they also might not be going out into the room beyond. They might just be following the hallway. In the water.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but it's a big room. You can see that there might be some exits on to your left along the same wall as you, and then across the water. It looks like there might be an exit leading out. But like otherwise, this room is filled with water, and it's probably significantly deeper. But you think there might be something in the water in the middle of the room because you guys can kind of see your infravision kind of shows up that there's something slightly warmer in the middle of the room, but not much warmer. Like a big, distinct, blurry blob of something. But that's also because you're looking into the water from above, so it's something inside the water. You're not sure if it's moving or not, but since there's some ripples from you guys, it's a little blurry as a result of it.
Wait, so how far above it are we?
The room is... So each of these squares is 10 feet. Oh, I'm sorry. There's only one exit that you see. The one right across from you. Looks like there's a bunch of rubble. You're not sure if it's blocked or not. But it's a big goddamn room. There it is. Look at that big old room. You guys are the stairs on the southern side of the room, so it's 20 feet from the southern wall. It's some stairs heading down into the depth. So the room's probably 10 to 15 feet deep, and there's something out there at about where the 2 is, out in the middle of the room, and it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a pretty big room, and so the whole room is filled with water.
Yes, sir.
Why is everything wet?
Right, I was about to ask the same question.
It needs to be?
4.
Because
For I don't want to know for, to be honest.
I kind of do. Because at this point,
we're dealing with a spoopy tentacle monster thing. Okay. How do we? I don't have the spells prepared for this shit.
Why not?
we had other spells prepared for other shit.
Yeah, because I've prepared spells for other shit. Exactly.
It's kind of that. So you know how it's kind of like wizards can do anything. Like you can if you memorize the right spells for that day. If you didn't memorize the right spells for that day, you're sitting on like a stack of charm person when there's no people to charm. Not that I would have that spell. I'm just using it as an example.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
Great example though.
I'm
Do we
just
want to
charming.
like? Do we want to just rest? We've been moving a shitload of rubble today.
We
We
saved
killed a bunch of people.
enslaved people. Like it's been a
Yeah,
long
why
day.
don't we just?
I mean, Little S is
Let's-
willing to like swim on
it's
out there if no one else wants to like go check it out.
No, my precious baby, I can't. What if
And
something
get
happens
gobbled.
to you?
He's had his
I
taste
mean,
of freedom.
your Baxter
The
is
goblin's
really
gonna
enjoying
get
the water,
gobbled.
and kind of wants to go out and check it out in case it's like he seems like interested in maybe.
Oh,
eating
I see.
something.
He wants to go play with Baxter in the water. Oh God, this is like fucking raising a child all over again. I will begrudgingly
Ooh.
let
So-
him do what he wants to do.
Are you gonna continue riding Baxter when Baxter like starts paddling out into the water?
I suppose I don't want to leave him alone.
What the-
I
Oh my
would
God.
absolutely
Can-
ride a
can we
dragon
just have-
paddle, like doing the doggy paddle in the water. That sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
So out in the middle, over by 2, what there actually is
No.
like a 15-foot across giant clam.
Word.
Huh?
Okay. Legit.
It's a
So
15-foot across giant clam. It's a big
Yeah.
boy. The top of it almost comes out of the water.
So why don't we just
Salt the
I
water.
don't know.
Lots of salt.
Yeah.
And
Let's
you guys
just,
can,
just cook this bad boy.
you think you can
Maybe
you
we
spot
got the
something that's
world's largest pearl inside this thing.
vaguely round inside there?
nope. Absolutely, I'm not.
Just stick your hand in.
No, Linus, you've actually had a lot of success with this because you've managed to live. That's the logic I'm using. Based off of the similar logic that you used for me earlier. So why don't you reach your hand in and see if you can pull out that pearl or talk to it? Can you talk
By the
to
way, it's not a whitish pearl. It's black.
it? Ooh, probably lots of
Probably
money,
some
which you
water.
care a lot about. I don't.
Yeah, why don't we go take a rest, and I'll prepare some spells that'll make dealing with this a lot easier, huh? I like that.
It's
That sounds
just a
good.
giant clam, man. It's not going to come after you or anything.
I mean,
It's not going anywhere.
we don't know that.
I hope,
Bastard, get up and start charging after us.
dude. I hope we know that. Yeah, I'm down. If you got something you can
So
prepare.
small
for the-
clams can actually swim to a certain extent. Giant clams are, once they're in place, they pretty much don't ever move.
No,
It-
exactly.
It's too much of a pain in the ass for them to move. They're basically sedentary once they're in place. It's only smaller clams, and I'll admit, small clams fly. They flap their the jets and then they squirt around. It actually looks a lot like the scene of them flying in SpongeBob SquarePants, because
They're pretty fast.
the guy who made that is a biologist. So
I've tried catching them. They're fucking fast.
yeah, but the giant clams, which are completely different species altogether,
Yeah.
are sedentary, and in the real world they only get to like 3 or 4 feet across, but they get 3 or 4 feet across. They're real big, and we basically killed them all. They're mostly all gone now.
I mean, they were delicious and they had pearls, so like, you know.
Yeah, they're not even the best source of pearls. It's that they actually used to be the source of all the tools for people in Micronesia and Polynesia, because their shells make better tools than the anything else locally.
makes sense.
Yeah. They built their civilization on clamshells. So yeah, you guys want to climb back up the rope, camp out, and then memorize spells and go and do this again?
I think so.
Or do you want to explore down the hallways a little more before you come back and then go rest and do it?
Yeah, I suppose we could look at some of the other hallways just to see so we can prepare a little bit better.
Yeah, because turning and going down the other way, or if you go across the room and check it out, it actually looks like it's completely blocked by a same kind of cave-in as the area up above. So it would take a lot of work to get through, at least in room 2. But looking back down the hallway, going to the left instead, it ends up going down quite a ways before it rises up and out of the water entirely for a 10-foot by 20-foot section before going back down into the water.
I'm okay with leaving, and we go talk to the villagers about what we've done so far. And
Yeah, I feel like we've already all kind of come to the conclusion that we want to try and sleep off,
prepare,
and then spelunk. Maybe we can even bring back some more of the forces from the village to help us investigate further. I'm sure there would be other people who would be interested in coming and joining us to some degree.
That'd be neat.
I'm not saying we need a huge amount of them, but I'd be interested to see if any of the villagers would be curious in joining us, and then we could maybe round out some of our, some of the things that we might be lacking, like a willingness to open doors.
I mean, you're basically bringing mooks there, because most of the villagers aren't very high level. They'd
No, right. I'm literally like 2 people who are interested in going is like what I would be curious to see if existed. But
I'm going to say Avina is more competent than anybody you'd get from the village willing to go. We're mostly going to be teenage kids of like 0th level equivalent.
Yes, but you have to understand, I am also kind of low-key interested to see if we are successful and if they can survive. It can become like a means to tell our story, as he will become obviously a person of great renown because they'll return with, treasure and tale. Like, right?
The most impressive person you had gotten actually ended up dying for you guys. He was the one you successfully charmed, because he was actually like a 3rd level character. But most of the villagers who'd be willing to come with you would be like, 14-year-old kids who are like, well, I can make a name for myself by doing this, so let me come with you.
None of the women from before would be interested in returning.
No, they don't want anything to do with this place anymore. They want
right.
to leave Taboo Island and never come back.
Oh well.
You guys are the ones that are going down into the dark. That's weird. That makes you weird. Like they don't want to do that. That seems terrifying.
I kind of agree.
That's like going into the underworld. Basically that's like going into the realm of death on purpose, willingly.
Okay.
Is that not what we're doing?
I mean, that is exactly what we're doing.
Why are we doing this again?
We're getting to wonder that a little bit.
Money.
But they just said like underworld, didn't they?
They think it's the underworld, mostly because they've never been downstairs ever. And so anything downstairs is the underworld.
Alright.
I need... Where's it? There it is. Maybe other... Alright, let me redo some spells for dungeoneering now that we're done with our randos.
Alright, so yeah, you guys are up and out. Did you want to like lair on Taboo Island itself, or do you guys want to head back to the mainland before you sleep for the night? And did you want to just sleep up in the caves, or did you guys want to like go back out on the top of the island and lair out in the open rather than down here in the caverns?
I don't think we should rest here in the caverns. I think that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, let's go back to the mainland.
That works.
That sounds like a great idea.
Little village.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys head back out to the village. They're very excited because you did save a bunch of people.
Yay.
And there was
We're
much
awesome.
rejoicing.
We're awesome. I have a
Hooray.
dragon, and we're awesome.
Did Microsoft just troll me trying to get me to deal with fucking OneDrive? I think they did.
Legend? Wait for it.
They really want
There.
everybody on OneDrive.
Yeah, but they're only willing to give me like 2 gigs for free. So, they can go to hell.
Fuckers. Yep.
Like, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll just back up everything." It's like, you cannot back up my computer with 2 gigs, you assholes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Currently, I can't edit docs. Are you shitting me? Never buy a Kindle Fire. It is a huge piece of shit.
Yeah, that's because you have to jailbreak a Kindle in order to access Google apps.
Yeah, no, that's what I did, but it broke.
Yeah, that's because
You have
every
to re-jailbreak it.
time they push out a update, which they do on the regular, you have to then re-jailbreak it.
Yeah, it's a huge pain in the butt.
Yep.
Yep, there it goes. God damn it. Re-download the Play Store. Fire. Yeah, I can't edit my character sheet to change my spells, so I'm gonna put it into Notepad.
That's hilarious.
Alright. What are we doing here? I'll figure this out later. Alright. I think I know what spells I want to use for our dungeoneering expedition. Bunch of protections from evil. Another shape wood. Just, no, fucking shape stone. We'll just go stone. Some dispel magics. And we'll call it good. Oh, did I freeze my thing? No, we're good. Slow it down.
All right. Has everyone picked new spells that they wanted to do for dungeon crawling? Because we got, 3 spellcasters in the group. Just want to make sure you guys are all set for it.
Yeah.
I'm still mulling over my options. Half tempted to go with water breathing with just how fucking prevalent water's been so far.
Probably not a terrible idea. I think I have a water breathing scroll if we get desperate.
I think dispel magic, fireball, and water breathing sounds good. I don't know if we need much. I mean, like, I could also do clairvoyance, and I had hold person previously, but I don't think that's going to be particularly useful.
No, I'm getting rid of all of my hold persons. Like, we might have one more, but I'll just have... We'll have a Vino grab hold person. No, she's not high enough level yet.
What can a Vino grab right now?
I was gonna have a Vino grab. She can do 2 spells, I believe. Let me double check. So I was thinking like Terrify and Cure Light Wounds. Or Light. Actually, probably Light and Cure Light Wounds. Where is she? Vino. There she is. Yeah, she's level 2, so she's got 2 spells. So yeah, right now she's got Terror and Cure Light Wounds. Just as backups. I'll probably leave it with that then. Because it doesn't seem like we're facing undead. It's more likely going to be like weird fish abominations if we come to it.
Right.
I'll definitely grab a Speak with Animals. We can chit chat with this clam though. See if he has anything interesting to say.
Yeah. Or give.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
like
good.
some of these, most of the people that they actually got back were people that had been like basically enthralled or taken captive from their village. Only a couple of them were people that came from outside the Caldera.
Yeah.
And of those, like they'd been there for several years, so it's not a lot of people come into the Caldera from the outside world. So it happens slowly but surely. Actually, one of them was from Tanaroa.
Oh, hey.
Like
Mm.
almost a decade ago, he and his his brother and a few of his cousins had decided to like go north of the wall and like do something, like some great epic thing, maybe find the city of the ancients, and got all the way up here into the middle of the island, and well, things happen from there. So
I'm
like they'll stay
assuming-
here, but they want nothing more to do with like the taboo island. Like they believe that it is taboo.
Okay. Good. How many detect magics are you guys grabbing?
0.
I currently don't
Yeah.
have it, but I could switch from protection from evil to charm, or to detect magic.
Detect magic.
I can go ahead and do that right now.
Yeah, because it
I'll have
lasts
a
reasonably
Vino.
a long time if you're willing to like sit and pay attention to it.
Yeah.
You're just not doing a whole lot else while you're just staring to see what's magical.
Right.
I'll have a Vino grab detect magic. Keep prot evil for yourself just in case. Since it's self cast, we want to have as many on our spellcasters as we can.
Fair enough.
All right, does this mean you're bringing Avina with you into it?
I
Avino?
think so.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let's see.
Just have her stay at the very far back the whole time.
Yeah, having an extra cleric probably not
Oh,
a bad
she's
idea.
Listening in.
It just thinks that you said their name, but it's always listening. That's why
Always.
when you say its name, it begins to respond.
I haven't been paying attention this whole time. What are you talking about?
Who, me?
Who, me? Wait.
Yeah, I'm definitely bringing water breathing Churus and spell magic. Fireball. Although for in water, like how useful is fucking go lightning
Right.
bolt, but that'll electrocute everybody. Hell yeah.
I mean, lightning bolt can act
Well.
like a fireball in water, so yeah.
Yep. Seems pretty good. Seems
Yeah,
like a good
Is
time.
that pretty much like it doesn't just like affect the entirety of water? It's actually still like you can point it.
So if you launch it off underwater, it'll detonate on you like a fireball, basically, because most of the water you guys are working with here can definitely conduct electricity, and it's going to conduct it in all directions. So
Yeah.
pretty much everyone's going to get hit by lightning bolt.
Yeah. So it's a
What if
we
little
have-
more explosive than I mean, like fireball obviously can.
But like, if you're not in the water and you throw it into water, like it'll go
Yes.
off like half of a fireball. Like that's pretty impressive.
Will it keep
way to get
going
rid of
through
fish.
the water beyond the fireball? Will it
No,
just be
no,
like
because it actually then immediately begins spreading out once it hits the water.
Okay. So you have a line and then half of a fireball at the end. That's actually
Yep.
pretty handy. See that working well. I'm gonna
Very interesting.
grab 2 find traps. Is that worth our time? How many second levels do I have? Is it 3 or 2? Or 4 or 2? And it's 4. Sweet. Alright, I'll grab 2 find traps then. You can have less pools of water to fall into. Alright. Grab a... I thought I had stone sheep. That's higher level. And yes, arcane only then. Shoot. That's right. Alright, we'll work on the spells as we go. Should be basically good to go here.
Dun dun dun.
Welcome if you got done. Good luck, y'all.
Good luck, y'all. What?
Through the murky
You're not coming
depths.
with us?
Yeah, no, I'm chilling here with the natives. Don't worry about it.
Wait, that's an option? Shit.
You mean we can just hang out outside the dungeon, get XP, and make Brother Linus or Shaper Linus do all the work?
Hell yeah.
Done.
Is that how this works? I don't know about
Yeah.
this.
Sounds like you're volunteering.
Everyone's like, yeah, no, we'll just eat a fraction of your XP. You're not going to get all your XP, and just go adventure for us.
It's trickle-down
fuck?
economics.
Yeah, we're in the
Just
party, so
chill
we get
out.
our share.
Chill out here and smoke all
We're in
Linus's
the party.
weed. This sounds like a plan.
I don't hate this
is
idea.
bullshit. Oh,
Alright,
man.
bro. You just couldn't help it. Just got to smoking and then cooked up some fish. And now it's great. So we smoked some more. And before you know
Yeah,
it-
just keep going, man. Some good times.
All right, let's get going. Come on.
So once you guys have your spells, you guys can head back on to the island and start heading down again. Baxter seems to have gotten used to this whole like water thing. He's definitely enjoying it. You have to restrain him from just flying into the water.
I mean, I kind of want to too, but I'll restrain him.
Yeah, because I don't think you actually want to end up getting swimming underneath the water because Baxter decided he wants to jump in and like go for a swim.
Wouldn't be bad practice, but I suppose not.
He's
Yeah.
just a chilly boy. He just likes the cool water. He's like splash,
Dragons
splash.
can hold their breaths better than you can, just
Yeah.
as a warning.
Sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, it is. Especially if you're strapped into the saddle.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
What's the worst that can happen?
Right? Okay. So we continue on into the water.
To clam
Yeah,
boy.
you guys are coming back down again, so you're back down in. And what's the plan?
Do we want to chat with the clam? See what's up?
I mean, do you want to chat with the clam?
Do you think it's worthwhile even trying to talk to a clam? Like, what? How much of a conversation do you think clams are?
Just, are you cool?
I think cool as a clam. Clams are pretty cool. You know, they've got that big wide mouth that's like made for talking. That's all they do is talk.
I mean, I will say they have a lot of eyes, so they do see a lot of stuff, just not very well.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
that giant clam probably has 300 eyes.
Tell it
At
to
least.
say ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, considering pearls are made from obstructions that get stuck inside of them, I'm sure he would be happy to give us whatever pearls he's got in.
I mean,
hidden away in
pearls,
there.
Yeah,
once the
tell 'em.
pearl's coated, they don't actually mind it so much.
I mean, it's
Okay.
taking up space though. Like,
I don't
maybe it's like,
need it.
yeah, it's like a something stuck in his pocket. Like, he doesn't mind it being there, but like he can't roll over,
Yeah, but he also, since he doesn't mind it, he wouldn't even consider it. Also, probably doesn't really understand like the concept of quid pro quo because it's just a clam. You're giving the clam way too much credit.
All right,
Teach the clam concept.
Now consider this: it's like getting out your tonsils. Maybe it's like like you get some ice cream after you get your tonsils out. Maybe you get some delicious fish after you give us the pearl.
Yeah.
Clams are filter feeders, man. Like the whole
God-
reason they have so many eyes is so that they can close when anything like too big approaches. So like if fish approach that are too big, and that means smaller than the clam, by the way, the clam closes. That's why they have all those eyes. So they can see light changes. The eyes individually aren't very good at seeing, but that's why they have all those eyes. It's to see if there's any shadows near them, so they can close.
Is this clam big enough that it wouldn't be able to fit out of here easily? Could we like
15 feet
roll this
long
clam out?
and like 12, 13 feet tall. And probably like 6, 7 feet across. It's a big boy. By outer dimensions, it's bigger than Baxter, not counting his wingspan. Like if you were to fold him up, like he folds up in an area smaller than the clamshell.
I don't like folding my dragon, but
Your dragon's like a cat. It folds up into spaces. Your dragon is like a liquid when it wants to be.
Oh, that's why he's so wanting to be in the water.
They
it's in his
flop.
element.
They can fill the lowest available space. That's why they flow into boxes and like melt. Cats like being contained, so they don't have to waste effort holding their shape.
Mm-hmm. They're those Transformers from Star Trek.
So yeah, I mean, did you want to cast anything to talk with animals and then like just start talking to the clam?
Sure, find out who passes by here, what happens regularly.
You quickly realize the clam is remarkably. You're like, oh man, yeah, he's making squirrels seem like super geniuses.
Dude.
It's a thing. I eat. Shadow? No shadow. Like when it said shadow, like it started closing and then like it relaxed a little bit. I eat. Shadow? No shadow. I eat.
That's all you do?
That's the. It just keeps saying that.
Mostly, can you open?
It mostly says no. It's open right now.
Can we see any pearls inside?
You can see there is a pearl that you can spot. It's about 6 feet in, near one of its vents on the inside, wedged up in there, and it's about the size, a little larger than a golf ball.
Hey, Lenora, Asiago, either you got Mage Hand? Is that a spell in this edition?
There's Spectral Hand?
Yes.
Oh, this is the same thing.
There's also this skill of cantrips, which if you take it, one of the choices could be for like small telekinesis, which is lets you do things like hover coins and things like that in the air. Good for tricks, but it isn't good for anything super useful. But it's literally would be the one case where that's about the edge of what you'd be able to pick up with it.
Gotcha.
But
yeah,
you said
a lot of the people who live in the Empire of Alphatia have that skill because it lets them, even if they're not considered a full spellcaster, they're considered magical. So they're not on the absolute bottom rung of society. They're just like the one step up. Because the Empire of Alphatia is it measures how important you are as how magical you are.
So they're filter feeders, these clams.
Yeah, so it's just filtering the water.
Does
so the water is actually as clear as it is here in this room.
Does it like to filter fish bits?
I mean, it will, but realistically, it's filtering diatoms and planktons and detritus. Like that's mostly what it filters. It's not even so much that it has taste. It's just opening and closing, and it will close completely if it detects bad chemicals, like things that might cause it harm. But otherwise, it's going to keep open and keep eating. You can actually use clams for water purity tests. They do it in a few places.
Yeah.
You line up like 6 clams and put sensors on them, and if more than 4 of them close at the same time, you shut off the water and treat it, and take extra care to treat the water because there's clearly something wrong in the water.
I think Michigan was doing that, actually. They have
Yeah,
clams
and
in
a bunch of
water
cities
treatment.
in Europe use it as well because it's not the only test you do, but like as a test, clams can detect things faster in terms of chemicals in the water that might cause that they've evolutionarily been selected for to treat as harm.
Yeah.
They're faster at it than a lot of other testing. So yeah, but the clam is literally just sitting there filter feeding, and while it's real talkative, it's not saying anything of substance. It's mostly just repeating itself. It is super boring. It's like talking to plants, and you found.
Oh, God.
In fact, that tree was more talkative than this clam. This clam is real focused on just feeding, and doesn't really seem to want to waste calories on anything else.
Okay.
Do you want to just try for the black pearl?
I'm going to tell it that I'm going to carefully remove the thing stuck by its vent so that it doesn't have discomfort anymore.
I eat?
This will make eating easier.
I eat.
It will make closing easier. Okay.
Shadow close?
Let's take... No. Open up. It's okay. No shadows.
Shadow close?
I don't want to have to kill this. No shadow open. No shadow open.
It is definitely
open?
aggravating trying to talk to a clam. Especially one that doesn't have any, like, it's not one of the species that moves. It's one of the species that once it's there, it's there.
Yeah.
Because it's basically bred to be slow, dumb, and big. Because that works as a survival technique.
That makes sense.
The most movement it does is literally closing in response to anything it thinks might try to eat its soft, squishy parts.
Yep.
Which basically includes anything that it can see with its eyes that moves.
So definitely Baxter.
Yeah. Like if Baxter's in its line of sight, it will stay closed.
I'll stay back with Baxter. You guys can figure this out.
Coax it open again, and then use like the handle of one of the halberds to like from the side where it can't see quite as much to like carefully roll the pearl out.
Try that.
Can we try that?
Yeah, I mean, whoever wants to try that, I'm going to say make an attack roll, because that's you manhandling the weapon appropriately. You're trying not to hurt it, so like make the attack roll where you're just trying to I'm just trying to roll out just the pearl. And then make a saving throw versus wands to make sure you're not getting it snapped by the clam or anything like that.
Hey, Asiago, why don't you take one of our many halberds that we have? Because you're the best with halberds.
Yeah,
far.
I mean, as long as I'm not using mine, I suppose I could do that. I wouldn't risk my crescent moon. Yeah. So let's see.
Oh, you know what? We could just use the rope of climbing. Just hold it, feed it in, wrap it around the pearl, and pull it out.
So, rope of climbing, not as tactily capable as you're imagining. Because you're imagining is like wrapping around things. Like the pearl's the wrong size for the rope to be able to really grip a hold. If like you were trying to feed it down and like have it loop around like a rod or a stick hanging down there, you could probably pull it out. But you're trying to make it go around something that's about the same, only a little bigger diameter than it is, and it's a ball, so it's just gonna roll out.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think that's the toughest thing. Yeah. We'll Albert, damn, that's a bad roll. 13 by the end of it.
That's
Plus
actually
11.
pretty decent.
I mean, it's a 2. on the roll. So we just have a massive attack bonus.
All right.
How's that looking?
All right, so you had a
13.
13 on the attack roll. Yeah, no, that's good enough to hit it. It was not a hard thing. You just couldn't basically roll a 1 if you were doing it. And then if anyone else, like if for instance Brother Shaper Linus had been trying it, he would have had to roll higher because you got better than like the 11 that you would really need. Now you have to roll a saving throw versus once to not get it, snapped off by the clam as it closes up. And look at them apples. Yep, you just needed a 16, so you need to roll a 7 or better. Yeah, you managed to roll the black pearl out, so you now have a black pearl that's slightly larger than a golf ball.
That's a pretty fucking big pearl.
Yeah, and it's not completely round. It's actually oblong, like it's a natural pearl. I don't know if you've ever seen natural pearls before.
Oblong pearls.
Yeah, natural pearls are not perfectly spherical. They are all manner of shapes, and actually they tend to be the oblong, weird-looking ones tend to be actually worth more because they're from nature. They will smooth them, which is how you get the round ones. But like the really exotic-looking ones can be ones that are all kind of shapes and sizes before they get smooth. Because they take it and they grind them down, or actually they roll them in order to knock off the edges to get, because those are pearls that are raw pearls. So, big black pearl.
Alright.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Nice pearl.
Ah, you know.
I cannot.
Cool.
I can't update the loot table. So if anyone wants to add that to it.
Oh man.
I can do it tomorrow, maybe the day after when I'm feeling a little bit better.
So black pearls are not completely black. They're very dark in color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we think we'd fetch for something like this?
I mean, this is large enough where properly cleaned up, you're probably looking at a couple thousand gold. Might be as many as like 3,000 gold. But you're gonna have to take it back to the mainland for something like that.
Yeah. No, this is definitely something
in my pocket. There I go.
Just keep it safe.
What? There's a hole in my pocket. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, you think this is probably worth more than that magical statuette?
Oh, yeah. Find some lordling to sell this to. Give him a tale of daring and do-goodery. And go along with it. Up the price a little bit. Sounds like a plan.
I concur.
So,
Good.
do folks want to check the room out? Do you guys want to go back and deal with the other hallway? What's the plan here?
I mean, we're in the room. May as well check it out.
Right.
Yep. Press on. We're preparing for water breathing, all that shit.
Yeah, so there's that stairway across the way, which leads to rubble hallway. But you also realize after looking around the room that there's another raised area that comes up near the surface of the water, over on the upper left corner if you're looking at it from above. So you can see that raised area, that whole huge raised days area. And you guys can make some wisdom checks over there.
Wisdom checks.
Yeah, 2d6 plus your wisdom modifier.
Is that everybody?
Yeah, the elves, you guys get a plus. You guys get a +2 on this. Elves are better at this.
Yay. I'm wise.
Which roll is it? Versus.
Well,
one?
it's 2d6 plus your bonus. I'm not
2d6
sure what
plus-
other people were rolling.
Yeah, Bag rolled a 20, I think.
Oh wait,
Was it-
2d6, not d20.
Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah.
I rolled a
2d6
d20 too.
plus your modifier. Yeah.
So I got a little confused. And then what the modifiers for spells?
It's just 2d6 plus your wisdom modifier, and then as elves, you guys get an additional +2.
Wisdom modifier, and then +2.
Oh my god. Rolling terrible tonight.
You got the
Yeah, so
+2.
Blarth and Shaper Linus just do not see anything.
Asiago, though. Woo.
The third eye.
Yeah, Asiago straight up is like, oh nope, that's a secret door.
My wisdom roll wasn't too bad for that, right? My d20 was, but my 2d6 was 8.
Yeah, your 2d6 was on point.
It wasn't amazing, but
Yeah, it just wasn't quite good enough. You needed a 9 or better to find this. I actually realized Brother Linus was incorrectly named. He's not named Paper Linus. That makes it easier to see.
I mean, he's still a brother, you know, just from another mother now. Mother Gaia, you know, gotta be.
Actually, we should fix Eleanor's name too.
Anything around this secret door that I'm seeing? I'm looking for like fucking language, hieroglyphics, anything as far as like just, or is this just a secret door in a wall?
It is a secret door leading out of this room. Let us. Looks like it's leading out into a hallway. This is the room itself. You can see up there by 2A is the secret door leading out. And yeah, you guys can open up that door if you would like.
Wait, who's opening?
Yeah, if it seems more or less a, is it just like a wooden door, fucking locks?
It is not a wooden door. It's a rotating stone door. It's actually pretty easy to rotate. It's also flooded on the other side because this is not watertight. Yeah, it immediately turns and to the right. And in this long hallway where you can see a door at the end, you can see there's lots of rat holes along the side. And you can actually see rats scurrying and like swimming and like getting away from Baxter.
yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, like, I mean, wouldn't you?
I mean, not anymore, but yeah, originally.
So you can actually see here the hallway that leads up to the door. And then the rat caves. You guys could, like, some of them are big enough where, like, you could probably start trying to climb through, but it'd be a tight fit. And actually pretty terrifying, you know, if you get stuck. Don't do that. Don't get stuck in a wall, in a cave with water.
Right.
With a lot of water and a lot of rats, you know, good.
I don't know how those cavers who, like, go cave, like, get face first into areas where there's water.
Oh god.
Dude, right.
I watched this video of this dude who was laying flat with like an inch above the water was his nose, turned sideways, and he was like, his head was maybe a quarter inch above like the surface above him, and he's just sliding along for like 20 minutes. I can't.
Once again, the
Fucking
rats
kid.
are avoiding you guys because Baxter freaks them the fuck out.
Cool.
They don't want anything to do with you guys.
Sounds good to me.
And these are like the big rats, like the 2-foot rats.
Oh, they're the big ones.
Okay.
But they
Oh,
definitely
good.
do not want anything to do with Baxter. So yeah, they leave you guys alone.
Makes it nice, right?
Yeah. I know invariably there's going to be loot that we're passing up by not taking care of these rats, but fucking, I don't want to deal with giant rats. It seems like too much effort.
All right. Moving right along. It's the door.
It's the door.
Room 7 is beyond. Who's opening the door?
I can do it.
All right.
I'll slow open. Take
So-
a gander.
The door opens easily, revealing another plain 30-foot square chamber. You've actually seen a lot of these nearly identically shaped 30-foot square chambers here. They've been pretty common in this whole area.
With water or just...
Also 5 feet deep, filled with water. There's a door across from you guys. Stone door, similar to other ones. Yeah. And yeah, do you just want to check the room out? Go check out the door.
Doesn't really seem that interesting from here. I'm down to keep going if you guys are.
I mean, we might as well see it through the end at this point, I feel. Going down hallways. End up
Yeah.
somewhere, right?
Yeah. It's got to go somewhere.
Yeah,
Point
so
of this place otherwise.
the door looks actually really flush with the wall, like in a way that the previous doors had not been. But as you guys cross over, everyone who crosses over the room, please make a saving throw versus death ray.
God,
That's a
I was
20?
just about to cast Find Traps, too. Son of a bitch.
So yeah, d20 plus your death ray bonus. I think this is the easiest save because it's mostly just not stepping on something. Little S does not have to make it because he's on your back.
Oh,
Open to 31 gets me clear.
Oh, yeah, you made it by 15, man. You only needed to roll a 16 total. You could have made it
Oh,
with
thank
a
God.
4 or better. Yeah, the L's, like, literally, this saving throw is so simple.
just
Just
float.
shot.
Try that again.
Gabe apparently doesn't get to roll dice.
Nope.
The Fire Sticks decided he also doesn't get to use chat stuff.
29. How about that?
Oh, he makes it.
Oh man, I'm nervous.
Does Baxter also have to roll?
Actually, he's probably just rolling for Baxter, because I think he's riding Baxter. Or are you walking along beside him?
All this water, I'd be on top.
Yeah. So Baxter's definitely having to, like, step instead of just floating and doggy paddling, so he's definitely going to have to make the check.
Does he have a save or just use mine?
He can probably just
Okay.
use yours because that's close enough. He saves as a I think a fighter 6.
Yeah, it says F6.
Yeah, he saves as a fighter of 6 level, so that's probably pretty close.
Mine is +8.
Yeah, which is not bad.
20. So I can +8 it.
Roll an 8 or better.
Oh my god.
No. So
Oh,
as
no.
you guys are crossing the room, everyone else, like, nothing happened, but like Baxter, his hind foot steps on a tripwire.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
He is a big dragon.
And then you guys hear some sort of mechanism. It's a mechanism opens up, and it looks like it's trying to spray something. Yeah, it's actually technically a fire trap, but like it was designed for when this was not underwater. So it doesn't work the way it should have. But what it does do is it abruptly changes the pressure in the room, and it jostles the doors. It looks like it was supposed to like keep people in the room. So the door behind you like starts swinging shut. but it doesn't quite catch properly because there's water in the way. So it doesn't quite have enough force to actually close the door. And then the door across from you, like, it bounced, and you guys hear this hissing noise as it broke a seal, because the door was actually wedged shut and watertight, and there wasn't any water behind it. And once the water started moving, it actually starts moving the door, and you guys slowly see the stream of water pick up speed as it widens the gap on the door when the machinery jostled it, as it's literally ripping out some stone because the water's beginning to move, and that's how strong water is. As it ends up pushing the door open the wrong way and begins flowing out of the room into a hallway that didn't have any water, and looks like there was maybe a set of stairs beyond. As the water begins flowing from 5 feet deep into an area where there is no water, that's at least 5 feet of potential energy.
We all get swept in.
So everybody gets to make saving throws versus wands to, either keep footing and grab a hold of something in this room or get swept away. Baxter doesn't. Baxter can literally just plant himself and be like, no, I'm not moving.
I'm good, right?
Little S also doesn't need to, because he's literally, if Eleonora makes it, he's fine. If Eleonora doesn't make it, he's going to get swept away.
No pressure.
There's literally tons of pressure happening because
Yeah. Looks like Eleonora got swept off her feet, as did Brother Linus.
Oh, no.
This is against Ray or Wands?
Wand.
Yeah, Wands. Wands is the one about getting out of the way of things or like keeping your footing.
19.
Yeah, Asiago's like, nope. You're hanging onto the saddle on Baxter, and you're like, I'm not going anywhere.
Used to water.
He's just cheating. He's just hanging on to the dragon. The other 3 folks, however, get swept along out into that hallway. Fortunately, there's a barred area, and you run into a portcullis and hit the portcullis. So the folks doing that each take 3 damage from hitting the portcullis. Little less doesn't, because Eleonora soaked at the blow for him. So it's Eleonora and Shaper Linus take 3 damage from getting slammed into a metal portcullis. As the water is still flowing and continues flowing for like the next half an hour until the water level is now about 5 feet shallower than it was before, meaning there's now no more water in here. It's just
where the clam was?
The clam is now in 5 feet less of water, so it's 5 feet 3 feet exposed above the top of the water.
Oh, no.
So it's fine, but yeah.
But there's another like 7 feet below, so it's still mostly underwater. But yeah, it's
So I'm over here like, guys, why didn't you tell me there was a trap?
Oh, dude! Oh God! Oh, that! Wow!
They look fun though, a little bit.
Honestly,
Yeah, was that
not
fun?
the best ride I've ever been on, but not the worst.
yeah.
I hate it here.
I definitely forgot to cast fine traps though.
He really did forget to cast fine traps.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up.
I mean, I found the
Wring
trap.
my armor out. Cast fine traps. Fuck.
It's either that or Baxter will.
Yeah, so you guys get to now check out the room. There isn't a whole lot in the room, but there is a screen. You're able to raise the screen eventually. It literally can just get picked up and raised up. It was a vertical up and down portcullis. Fortunately, it was down, so you guys caught it. Like, it would have sucked more to get flown down the stairwell. And then there's a door right on the other side of it. The door opens into this hallway. The water flew right past it because the hinge is towards you guys. So the water actually kept the door closed because it kept it pushed shut.
Nice. But also, ow. Nice.
Yeah. And yeah. You guys want to open it?
I open the
Yeah.
last one. Also on my dragon now.
Yeah, as I
Walk.
what's
I'm
that?
gonna walk up to the door and check it for traps real quick.
Perfect.
No traps.
Great.
All right, I'll
Okay.
open it.
So the it's a hallway in front of you with a hole in the floor, right in the middle of the floor. It's a circular hole about 6 feet across, so you can get around it pretty easily. But the hole, it's warm. It's warmer further, like it gets warmer further down, so you can actually see it in infravision. It's a vertical shaft going at least 60 feet down, so past the edge of your ability to see anything, and it looks warmer the further down you go. And you are in the middle of a volcano, so.
Hmm.
And then the hallway continues past it, turning to the left, going away from you. So there's a hallway that you can follow away from you.
Well, I suppose I'm interested in continuing forward myself, but I don't know what everybody else think.
Yeah. Keep going.
Might as well.
I hate it here, but sure.
All right, so you guys go around the hole and go down the hallway. It leads to a door that no traps on it, so you open it up. And it is another 30 by 30 foot room. You've noticed that, this is a pretty standard sizing. The floor of this room is covered with small puddles, and the walls are lined with statuary. Some of the statues depict graceful creatures. Others are of women with children, and others are of fierce monsters. All of the statues are well-fashioned, but have deteriorated due to its age and moisture. The stone glistens a green-streaked red when struck by light, kind of giving even the simplest and most innocent pieces kind of an unwholesome look. Kind of like that sickly kind of coloration. And you can see... Yeah. Oh, that's where it was. Okay. Yeah, there was another way in. I misspoke. There's actually a trap door in the ceiling in this room that actually goes up as a secret up in room 5 on where the priests had their secret chamber. That was
Now
how
we're
they
all
came in.
gonna die.
No, you're fine. There is, however, a trap in this room, which you do discover because you have detect traps ready.
Thank God.
It's over by. It looks like there's a container inside one of the at the base of a statue, and it looks like it's trapped. So if somebody opens it, something else is going to happen in the room. The detect traps doesn't tell you what, but it tells you that right there. If you open it, will cause something else to happen in the room.
Oh.
And you think it's related to the other openings that kind of look like they're covered by stone flaps that are on the wall right next to that statue.
Don't be suspicious. But I guess just don't touch the thing, and we're cool.
I mean, there could be anything in there, even a boat.
Even a boat. Yeah, no, sounds super cool. I'm good. This place has already been really not nice to me. And yeah, the box is trapped. But how about this? We can get it on the way back.
Sounds like a plan.
Unless you think it might be like a key to advancing further into the dungeon, which we know nothing about this place, so for all we know, that could be the case. So, just to play devil's advocate to prove that I'm willing to hear all sides.
Invariably, it's going to be a key to getting out of here.
All right.
But
Is there a way to try and disable the trap?
I mean, if you guys had a thief in your group, yeah.
We really gotta hire on a thief. It's like, this is getting annoying.
I mentioned we should hire one of the 14-year-olds, but I guess they don't qualify.
I mean, you could always have a little less take up, like he could prestige into scoundrel.
It is my baby, and I really don't want.
Scoundrel.
Why? Because he's
I mean, he
a
is a
goblin. He's also got
scoundrel,
to.
so
Why?
maybe-
Why can't we make him the cleric too?
I mean, he could prestige into shaman instead, which would be the cleric version.
Hey,
he could do
I
that.
would-
Yeah.
No, he already said he didn't want to. We offered him that. He said no.
I would do it if I could. Okay.
Yeah, because he doesn't actually want to be like your heal bot. Like that doesn't interest him in any way, shape, or form.
And that's fair. He can be whatever he wants to be. Does he want to be sneaky and learn how to lockpick?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Like he could get things that way.
I think that's what he said. He wanted to be really good at stabbing, and that's you get really good at stabbing with scoundrel.
It is like micro stabbing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when we get back to the real city, then we're gonna go ahead and we'll review this topic. But in the
We're
meantime,
gonna make you better at murder and dealing with traps.
that's because that's what he wants to do. I'm just trying to be a loving and supporting mother.
Oh man.
If he
Yeah. So
said he
until
was-
then, there's that compartment. You're pretty sure you can open it because doesn't look like locked, but you're pretty sure it's trapped.
You said there's a feeling that it's connected to something else.
Yeah,
yeah.
there are 4 openings along the wall right near that same statue. Like they're set to open if you open this. You don't know what's in them, but you're pretty sure those openings right over there will open when you open this compartment.
Yeah.
Because he can tell they're all connected with detect traps.
Damn.
It's just detect traps only tells you this is a trap. It doesn't tell you this is how it works. Snip here to turn the trap off. That's not what detect traps does.
I'll do it for the hell of it. I'll detect magic. Do I see like where it's potentially linking to? Maybe I could do this through other means as far as
there is some faint magic. Not on the opening here, but on each of those 4 doors, there's faint glows of magic. Not a lot of magic, but like faint glows of magic. But you don't think it's like elemental magic. You don't think it's like burst of fire or frost or something like that. You don't think it's that. You're not quite sure what it is, but you don't think it's anything elemental in nature.
It's probably arcane lock to trap us in here while it floods the room or something. That's
wouldn't
my
be the
guess.
most terribly surprising thing. I mean, but I think the traps before were set in here with the idea that this place wasn't necessarily going to be flooded. So maybe more fire of some sort, but I do like the idea of it being locked some way.
Cook the room, something.
Could throw down dispel magic. We take our chances if we really feel like going for it. But like Eleanor also said, we could just kind of press on for now and take our chances with that as well. I'll throw down dispel magic.
We have another hallway up top that we need to explore anyway, and then if we can't find anything else after we push on, then we can come back here and open that thing up. It sounds like a plan.
Does it mean you guys are going to leave this and go back out to that one hallway that you had been in before, but backed out to go rest the other day? Because there's
Is that the only other hallway we haven't found?
That and the stairs going down. There's the stairs going down. There's the hole going down, and then there's the hallway you didn't go down. Those are the 3 routes that are not blocked off.
That other hallway.
Why don't we do the stairs going down?
You want to go down further? Okay.
I mean, we haven't cast anything. We're fully buffed and healed and everything.
I will say, it is just a hallway that you haven't gone down. It's not like it's on another level or something. It's literally back towards the entranceway. There was another hallway that you just never went down.
Okay. We'll want to do that then?
Yeah. I mean, we're going to explore it all. Might as well get started.
All right. So going back around, you guys backtrack through the room. You have to actually get back in the water in order to get over to the exit again, because room 2 is still like 7 feet of water at its deepest. But it's no longer 12 feet of water. It's now 7 feet of water. And then you're gonna get into the hallway. This hallway actually, once again, is now no water because, well, you guys exited the water going down. You find the stairs going up, which now was still dry land, but like it's now 5 feet up in the air. Go then down. Looking at it, it feels like this particular area that they cut up and over is actually because it looks like it was maybe a channel in the area, and this stone is much harder than the stone around. The floor isn't even. It looks like they tried carving it, but like this particular block of stone was much harder than all the surrounding stone. So they basically went up and over it. Then in the next little stretch of it, because there are rat holes in the walls, the water was able to leak out. You guys actually see flopping on the ground 3 like 4 foot long fish with like razor sharp teeth that looked like they would have had fun with you had you guys gone down the stairs to go down this hallway, but are now dead or dying. So you guys don't have to worry about them. And the hallway ends in a door. Opening toward you.
All right.
No traps?
Yeah, I look over at Linus.
No traps. No traps.
No traps.
Hey, no
Linus
traps.
says it's a
Go
trap-free
take a look.
room.
Yeah. Let's go for it. What do we got? All open.
It is a 20 by 30 foot room. So not quite as big as the rest of the rooms in the area. And it looks like there's some sort of altar across the way. Yeah, the 20 by 30 foot room actually was previously dry. The door was in fact watertight. The north wall is a stone altar, and several stone benches are positioned in front of it. Behind the altar, hanging on a stone hook set into the wall, is a strange-looking mace with a bone handle. So it's like a oversized bone handle on the mace, and the mace head itself looks like it's this this warped and wrapped over on itself ball of coral. And the person with the tech magic, which I think is Asiago,
Yo.
like that's magic.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's
Scary. Yeah. It's a bone-handled coral mace that is magical. You guys don't know it now, but like rather than like have to remember it later and like reference it, that is a +2 coral mace. Strangely, I didn't go out of my way to try to give a magic item that Shaper Linus could use, but is in fact not a metal weapon.
not bad. I'm unfortunately stuck with Warhammer as my primary, but hey, I can make this work.
I mean, it's a mace. There it is, +2.
Maybe I can have it refocused into a Warhammer.
It actually leaves because the coral is magically enhanced, so it doesn't break as easily. In fact, it's as hard as steel. That's been magically enhanced, so it's pretty fucking strong. But it leaves wounds the way coral can leave wounds. So it on things that don't wear armor, it like leaves those horrible abrading and just shreds the flesh. Doesn't do any more damage, but like it leaves permanent scars on people that survive the hits.
Nasty.
Oh, it is nasty. These were dark priests that worshipped here. That is a nasty, nasty weapon. Here's a big move.
Big move, man.
Yep.
Cool. I mean, Lionel will use it. I think I have a +1 mace at the moment. Or +1 Warhammer. It's not magical. No, not even that. Just a regular ass Warhammer. So yeah, I'll use the mace in the meantime. Jesus. Look at that lycanthrope mace. Oh, whatever. Cool. Is there anything else in this room? Or is this just a whole room dedicated to a single mace?
That was the most important thing. So the mace looks a lot like this, except the handle is bone, and the head is a few more nooks and crannies, but it's made of coral and not like a metal head. but it looks very similar to. Let me link it. Looks very similar to this. I'll even say the coral is like one of the purple coral. So rather than being a solid mass, it's more like it's the twisty, twiny threads of coral, but like they're folded in on itself. It's like someone used some sort of magic to shape coral before they then harvested it and used magic to harden it. It's a very cool looking weapon. Looking around elsewhere in the room, yeah, there is some stuff. You actually can, after searching the room, find some compartments. You find 500 gold coins with a stamp that you don't recognize. And like this weird kind of like flowing language mark on it. And a tri-tailed beast shown on it. Huh. And then 2 coral statuettes, probably worth like 1,000 gold each. So yeah, the priest definitely had some cash here.
How many statuettes?
2.
Just out of curiosity, since I'm always trying to pick up on little things as far as language and such. All casts, well, let's see. Detect magic was only identifying that mace, and everything else seems non-magical, more or less.
Yeah.
All right. I will cast read languages. I want to read what's on this currency.
Yeah, so the currency says basically 1 credit, and then it's
Right.
and then the reverse side says Kingdom of the People, and that's the of the people is the side that has the tri, like the strange looking creature with like the tri tail, the 3 tails coming out.
Okay.
Because it was made by the Kopru, and they're pretty convinced that they're the only people, and everyone else just exists to serve them.
Okay.
Kopru. I mean, vaguely, it looks like a super stylized version of that.
That's fucking weird. He always looked like he's just in the middle of a really good freestyle dance, just like.
Linus, do you recognize this thing?
The best bong rip ever.
Dude, that's like. Yeah, man, the best bong rip ever. No, I ain't seen these things before. Like, I think we recognize them as Kopru, like some sort of like evil fish monsters, like rip your brain out maybe. I don't know. That mouth looks pretty nasty though.
Yeah, the mouth is like a sphincter with teeth in a circle around it, with tentacles ending in claws around it.
It's like an underwater version of an elithid. Like mean mothers.
Gross. I don't really want
So
to
yeah,
mess with that.
just like real super careful. If we see any, which we're probably gonna, because that's what this dungeon's alluding to, there's gonna be like some problems, because they're gonna suck our brains out or something. I don't know. Just don't get too close.
Look, it builds character.
Alright, I'll keep my eye out for other pop-ups of this language as I try to learn more about it, I suppose, if there is any to be learned about it.
Yeah, here's another image of them.
Yeah, the images of them over the editions has changed wildly.
Yeah, so
They get weirder
I
and
think
weirder
the core
looking.
concepts are still there, like the split tail into 2.
Yeah.
3,
Three.
excuse me.
Three claws.
The image looked like 2, but yeah, I see it.
Looks like kelp on the first one, and then koi on the next.
The 4th and 5th edition ones are even better.
Yeah, but like in some ways they kind of ruined the mouth in the later editions. They made it look more like just jagged teeth.
Yeah.
It lost that sort of like, oh, it looks like a lamprey or something like that, which is its own kind of horror. Just adding a bunch of mouth that looks like a normal mouth with a bunch of like sharp teeth in it is like, oh, it's another piranha in the water.
Yeah. Like the original one had the core concept down, and then it like slowly got dumber and dumber over time. All right. So there's definitely some allusion to these things being our penultimate critter down below. So just careful where you swim. We can go back to the main room that we were in before.
Here's a good one showing them interacting with people.
Interacting. Yeah, that's interacting. All right. He's
And
giving them an
you
hug.
you like the iconography on the ruins? That's not human iconography. That's Cobra iconography.
Yeah.
Oprah were the ancestors. So,
we continue. We go back to the main room.
the way down now for you guys would be either dig through two of the holes that are rubble filled, or go down the one hole that's vertical shaft that feels super heated, or go down the stairs.
I think stairs probably our best bet.
I mean, the stairs seems like the least hassle one right now for certain. It's at least worth a check, I suppose.
Yeah.
Any traps?
I'm a little worried
any
going
traps?
down further, but I guess we're going to no matter what, so we might as well do it now.
Yeah.
Seems like potentially to end this thing once and for all. Might need it.
So you guys are going to go down a set of stairs. It's wet because, of course, the water had rolled down these stairs. It's quite a bit of stairs going down. Quite a ways. It turns into more of a natural cavern and less following anything in particular. And then it opens up. You're on a ledge looking out across an immense, dark chamber. Hundreds of feet easily. You guys can hear this bubbling because there's viscous liquid boiling down below. And maybe like you can scramble down to some rocks. It looks like there's maybe some stone ledges or pathways out across the water. But it's a lot. The parts that you can easily see are you're on the ledge A there. You can see the stairs behind you that you came down. And you guys can see that viscous boiling liquid out to the north of you. And that ledge running along the wall that you can climb down to. It's only like 5 feet, but you got to climb down to it. And then you're walking pretty near the bubbling viscous liquid. You're just above it, in fact. The water had roiled out here. The cavern is now filled with a thin veil of steam because all the water that just got poured on top of the boiling viscous mud below.
This is just great.
Very, very humid in this room.
Just fantastic looking.
I imagine it
here.
smells great.
Yeah, what's it smell like? What kind of liquid are we looking at?
So imagine you take a bunch of seawater from right where there's a bunch of like rotting vegetation, and you just throw it on a campfire and then add some sulfur.
Lovely.
Oh.
At this point, I'm gonna throw up one of those detect evil.
You're just gonna throw up.
Yes, blah.
So nothing's evil within 60 feet.
120 actually.
Oh, is it 120?
Yeah.
Okay.
In that case,
Fuck. 61 feet away was.
He's actually right next to you now that you mention it. What?
You mother. Sneaky boy, clever girl.
Yeah, 120 feet.
Creatures that wish to harm the cleric grow when they're within range.
Yeah, just the edge of your range, off to the left, somewhere out in the darkness, is something that means you harm.
Oh, just lovely.
But then you can feel it changing, meaning you more harm, because you've become aware of it, and you feel like maybe it's become aware of you.
Yeah.
And you, sir, get to make a saving throw versus
Oh
spells.
no. Oh no.
What the?
Saving
Not
throw
like
versus
this.
Squiddies.
Not like this.
I see you
How do you know
die.
that I know that he knows that I know?
Because he
Some
has the Trace
shenanigans.
Buster,
Because
dude.
they're psionic creatures. He knew you were here already, but he wasn't like he didn't know that you were focused on him until you started focusing on him.
Oh, thank God. So yeah, 20.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I feel a spell wash over me. I'm like, nah. Dude, just like that's not chill, bro. I need you to like stop. Alright?
Yeah, he's the opposite of chill.
You're killing the vibe right now, man. It's not cool. Alright. Well, so there's like some shithead over in the corner and he points. He just tried to like do something to me from a distance, which is
Yeah, it's
pretty
like 100 feet
impressive.
out across the boiling mud in the darkness, past your ability
Yeah.
to see.
Like if you like aimed a fireball, see that rock like kind of pointing out, like you just like a little bit past that, just like put a fireball right there. I think you do well. Or lightning bolt, or we don't really have a bow. Do we have a bow? Does anyone have a bow?
Of course, I got a bow.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
I don't really
All
use it too
right.
much. I mean, we kind of go into like melee formation typically, but you
I
bring
have
up a
a
good point with
dragon.
the fireball, and yeah, you
Yeah,
got that.
yeah.
And I think I'm gonna
Hold
cast
your bow up.
I'm gonna cast protection from evil on myself.
Sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna just throw a circle of protection from evil on us.
Oh, you.
Save your spell.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll cover us. I'll cop us. And then if you want to grab your bow, I'm gonna like stand behind him and like point his arm, like right, just a little higher. Perfect. Just pull and aim right there. Can you get a shot? Is that a thing? Fire blindly into the darkness.
Yeah.
Actually, you might be able to see it. How far is your infravision?
That's a.
Eh?
Oh, Bill. Oh, right there. Dun, dun, dun. — 60 feet.
Well, if you aim a little high, you can probably get him.
I mean, I could just fire out into the darkness. I don't know if I.
Oh yeah. I mean, here's the thing: if he told you about 100 feet out, even if he's off by like 10 feet, 15 feet, fireball is 20 feet radius.
Well, I was gonna
That's
see if we
40 feet across. I mean, if he wants you to do fireball, like chances are you can probably catch somebody in a fireball.
We might need a fireball right from the get-go, though. We could probably do a few pot shots with a bow.
Can't see him. You're shooting into the dark. You're not precise enough as to where he is, as to know, because he's literally past the edge of anyone's in your party's vision. The furthest vision you guys have is 60 feet of infravision, I believe. I don't think anyone has 90 or 120 feet.
No, no one's got that supervision.
No, you don't. This is Eleanor.
Oh yeah,
Uh-oh.
We losing Eleanor?
yeah.
I think so. It is
So-
reaching that time.
It is 10 o'clock, so not a horrible time. But yeah, you guys get to deal with the Kopru, or at least some Kopru here in a dark, muddy chamber. They like the heat, so they're actually in the mud.
Interesting.
They could also survive in the ocean. They don't like being in the cold. They like it when it's much warmer, but they can deal with it. It's just this is relaxing for them to be in like 200-degree water. It's relaxing.